Welcome to Bird Fitness family. We're back at it again. My name is Shiloh Bryant, and we're about to get right into this video. Have you ever asked yourself, I understand how to do the exercises, but how many times am I supposed to do it? Do I do it 3 times? Do I do it for 10 reps? Maybe even 20. No worries, New Bird Fitness family, we got you covered. After this video, you will know exactly how many reps you need to do based on your goals, your dreams, and the body type you desire. Let's make it happen. All right, let's get into it. There's 2 things I need you to know before we get started here. There's sets and there's reps. I'm gonna tell you what both of these means. Reps basically means each time you do something, that counts as 1 rep. So for example, if I was doing bench press, I would do 1, 2 reps, 3 reps. That would be 3 reps I just did. This would be a set. Let's say I did 1, 2, 3 reps, okay? Now I'm resting. Once I start resting, that's 1 set complete. Then let's say I come back and do another 3 reps. 1, 2, 3. Now I have 2 sets I just did, okay? So I just wanna make sure that was understood before we move on to the next part. Each time you go to do your exercise, you're only doing 1 rep. That is called a max out. When you're maxing out, that means your 1 rep should look like this. Like it's like I couldn't even have done 1 more rep if I wanted to. That's what's called a max. That does not make you stronger. That does not give you more endurance. What a max is to see where you're at currently right now. So you don't want to do that all the time. At the absolute max, you want to do that is 1 time a month. And really, I wouldn't even recommend it 1 time a month. But it's basically to see where you're at versus where you used to be. Don't make that a regular routine. Now, the next step up from that, you're talking about 3 to 5 reps. When you're doing about 3 to 5 reps of something, now you're talking about building strength. When you're building strength and power, so maybe you did 5 reps, now I'm gonna rest and recover, and then I'm gonna come back and do another 3 to 5 reps. So when you're talking about 3 to 5 reps, anytime you're talking about strength takes longer to come back than endurance does. So anytime you finish your, for example, 1, 2, 3, 5 reps, right? You wanna make sure that you rest in between a little bit longer than you normally would. So let's say no less than a minute, but sometimes 2 minutes. There's some people that take even 5 minutes to rest in between heavy sets. That's more like power lifters, right? But I would say anywhere from a minute to 2 minutes kind of range, and then you go back and do your next set again, okay? If you don't do this and you go from doing a heavy strength set and then you go right into your next set, instead of you getting 3 to 5 reps, which is what you were shooting for, now you end up getting 1, maybe 2 reps. Sometimes you might not even got 1 depending on how tired you were from the last one. So give yourself a little bit more time to recover when it comes to strength. Now, when it comes to muscle building, now this is not to say that just because you're doing 3, 5 reps, you're not gonna build any muscle. Just like it's not saying that just because you're doing this 6 to 12 reps kind of range, that doesn't mean you're not gonna build any strength. But it's saying one is more catered to focusing on strength, one is more catered to focusing on muscle. So when you're looking at more muscle building, you're looking at 6 to kind of 12 rep range when it comes to building muscle. So if your goal is to, for example, get more thick, toned, curvy, that's kind of your look you're going for, you kind of really want to stick probably more in that 8 to 12 rep range. The closer you are to that 5, the more towards strength. The closer you are to that kind of 8 to 12 kind of range, at least somewhere in that range, that's going to give you more muscle building, right? Overall growing size, tone, thickness, and that kind of thing. Now, once you start going like 15 and above, you're kind of moving more towards the endurance side of things and less about muscle building. Once again, it's not to say you're not going to build any muscle with those reps, because you definitely can, because when it comes to the smaller body parts, let's say for example, like your biceps, your calves, your forearms, and things like that, sometimes those respond better to higher rep ranges than lower rep ranges. But when it comes to your bigger body parts, like your legs, your chest, your back, a lot of times those respond better from that 8 to 12 kind of rep range. Now, if you're gonna do those higher reps, you do your other reps that you do, and then when you're coming down, you're burning out, you're trying to do 1 rep out set just to finish it off with your squats, your bench press, whatever it is, then you can use that as a way to burn out, to finish off your workout or to finish off that exercise before you go to the next one. You can use it in that kind of way. So now we're gonna demonstrate what that looks like in real time. Okay, now one common mistake I wanna save you guys from that stunts so many people's growth and stop them from really being where they really wanna be in a much faster, efficient time. When we say 3 to 5 reps or 6 to 12 reps, that does not mean when you get to, for example, your 12th rep, that your 12th rep should look like this. Your 12th rep shouldn't look like your 12th rep shouldn't be easy where it feels like, oh, I could have did 15 more reps. I could have did 20 more reps. If your last rep looks like that, you're not doing the rep ranges properly. You need to choose a weight that's challenging enough for you so that when you get to that 10th or 11th rep or whatever that rep is that you're going for, let's say you're going for 10, your 10th rep needs to be challenging enough where it feels like maybe I could have did 1 or 2 more tops. If you feel like you could have did 10 more, you need to up the weight to challenge yourself more to go to the next level. One thing I want to mention as well, when it comes to, I told you when it comes to strength, when doing that 3 to 5 rep range, it takes longer for strength to come back. When it comes back from muscle endurance, it doesn't take as long. So you're going to rest 30 seconds to a minute tops and you're good to go to your next set. So let's say you're like, I'm going for 10 reps, I'm looking for muscle building, all right? Let's say when you get to rep 8, let's say rep 8, you're like, this is how it looks. Then I go to rep 9, like this, and then rep 10, it's like this. That's about right, okay? Where you're like, I could have did 1 or 2 more reps, but I definitely couldn't have did 5 more reps. I definitely couldn't have did 10 more reps. You see what I'm saying? You don't want to be, this is what my 10th rep looks like. Where your 10th rep looks like it almost was your first rep, then you need to up the weight to push yourself in a more challenging way. It'll get you faster results overall, help your endurance, your strength, your stamina, everything basically. You're gonna push yourself more. It's no different than a person, let's say, that's highly overweight and they get off the couch and they're walking. That's a lot for them, so they're getting good benefit out of it, which is still gonna help them go to the next level. But let's say you're a person where you're always moving around, you're always active. If you're only walking, it's not gonna give you the same results to help you hit the next level. So you wanna do something to push you so you can keep progressing, elevating, and getting better. I don't know if you're aware of this, but anything in life, if you stay at the same spot long enough, you actually start going backwards. Because there's no such thing as balance. There's no such thing as you're staying in the same place forever. Everything in life is going up or down. If you don't know which one you're doing, unfortunately, you're probably going down. So pay attention to that and give it your all. So just like I said, you don't want to be maxing out all the time where you're doing 1 rep or 1 rep really hard and that's it. You also don't want to go to the point where every single time you do something called going to failure, which means your last rep is like, you don't, where you barely get it. You don't, let's say you could have did 20 reps and your 20th rep looks like that. It's okay to do that when you're burning out, finish off your workout, finish off the exercise once or twice in a workout. But do not be doing it every single set, because what you'll notice is you start shocking your muscles to where they don't get a chance to catch up to actually be able to grow at the next level because you're frying your nervous system. It's like, what are you doing to me? So on average, in most cases, you want to make sure you're leaving about 2 to 3 reps tops in the tank after you finish your set so that you're pushing for more growth. Keep in mind, everything we just talked about applies to every exercise you do. No matter if you're doing bench press, squats, deadlifts, biceps, whatever it is. Like I said, smaller muscles respond a little bit better, especially calves and forearms. They respond a little bit better to higher reps like that 15 to 20. But for the most part, everything else, you can do that 10 to 12 kind of rep range in more of your sets than not. And that'll give you more towards the muscle building side of things. And when you're looking for more of the strength side of things, you're looking at more of that 3 to 5 rep range. Now, mixing both is good. Why just have strength? Why just only have muscle? Why not have a combination of all of it so that you're well-rounded for whatever the situation is that might come up? With that being said, that's the end of the video, New Birth Fitness family. We did it again. Let's level up. Let's keep growing. Like, comment, subscribe. So much more on the way. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Let's keep going. To the top we go.